Welcome back to the Wheel of WWE, where this wheel determines everything in our Universe mode. This is the third week of Monday Night Raw, and if you missed last week's, here's what happened. We started the tournament for the vacant Intercontinental Championship, Logan Paul turned face, and Jeff Hardy successfully challenged Goldberg in a tables match to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. As always, each episode we get 3 storyline spins to determine what's going to happen in that episode. So for our first storyline spin, we have to spin the Raw roster wheel. Been here a couple times before, and tonight it's going to land on Penta, a really cool one. We just saw Rey Fenix on SmackDown become the new WWE Champion. So now his brother Penta gets another chance on the wheel here. So now we have to spin the Chaos wheel. I did add a couple new entries. Remember, if you have anything you want to add to the wheel, put it in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to add it in the future videos. But Penta is going to have an open challenge. He's going to wrestle someone random tonight on Monday Night Raw. A great first wheel spin, getting introduced Penta to the Monday Night Raw roster. For our second storyline spin, though, we got to go back to the wheel, and it's going to land on Jeff Hardy, our current World Heavyweight Champion, gets landed on 2 weeks in a row. And now he might not be champion for long. There's some really cool spins on here that might make him lose his title or defend his title, but we're going to see. It's going to land on, almost you're fired, but a free agent. A free agent is going to get added to the roster and take on Jeff Hardy in a non-title match tonight. Here's our free agent wheel. Whoever it lands on will take on Jeff Hardy later, and no matter who it lands on, they're added permanently to the roster, win or lose. We're going to spin our wheel here. Whoever it lands on will be a new member of Monday Night Raw, and it's going to land on Kenny Omega, the one-winged angel, my favorite wrestler of all time. Let's go. An absolutely game-changing spin already. It's going to change the Universe mode as we know it, but it's only spin 2 of 3. We still have 1 more to go. But before I do spin the last wheel, make sure if you're liking the video, leave a like on the video. It's going to help the channel grow. The more people that watch, the more suggestions, makes the Universe mode a little bit better. And if you are enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe. And our last storyline spin of the episode, already 2 amazing spins, and it's going to land on Mankind, our legend from that joined 2 weeks ago in episode 1. Now, Mankind is 0-1 in Universe mode. He did lose to Dominic Mysterio in his debut, but his Chaos wheel is going to have a legend return. Interesting that the legend who returned with the nuclear spin is going to have another legend return to take on him tonight. Now, the stipulation of this spin is going to be, if this legend can defeat Mankind, they will become a permanent addition of the roster. If they lose, they're added back to the legend wheel. So let's see who's going to have a chance to join the Raw roster if they beat Mankind, and it's going to be the game himself, Triple H. You know what, let's spice it up. Let's have a match wheel spin for Mankind and Triple H. Let's see what match he has to win to earn a spot on the Raw roster. Triple H is going to have to beat Mankind in a steel cage match. So after 3 of the best wheel spins so far of the series, I'm so excited to get to booking Raw, and I'll see you in a second. So here we are, Monday Night Raw is completely booked, and here are the matches. In the second round of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, we have Dominic Mysterio and Seth frickin' Rollins. Whoever wins this match is going to be in the finals, which is going to take place at Saturday's main event in 2 episodes from now. So this is a huge match that both of them need to win. And the other part of that tournament is going to be Wade Barrett taking on Braun Breaker. Again, whoever wins this match takes on the winner of the last match in 2 episodes time for the vacant Intercontinental Championship. So huge matches here. We have Mankind and Triple H. I went the 08 Triple H because that was pretty cool. In a steel cage match, again, if Triple H wins, he is added to the Raw roster permanently. We have Penta taking on a mystery opponent. Even I don't know who it's going to be. And in the main event, we have Kenny Omega taking on Jeff Hardy in a non-title match. But you have to think, if Kenny Omega can win against the champion in his debut, he has to be the number 1 contender, and he has to get a future world title shot. So to simulate this match, we're going to see who's going to win. Put on a random right here, and it's going to be Dominic Mysterio defeating Seth Rollins. A huge upset. Dominic Mysterio is now 3-0 in our Universe mode, and that's going to be huge as he's now in the finals for the Intercontinental Championship. And to see who he's going to take on this Saturday at Saturday Night's main event, it's going to be Wade Barrett and Braun Breaker. I'm not going to play it, just going to watch it to see who's going to be the other person joining him in the finals. So it's going to be, again, great match. I'm so shocked, still shocked, that Dominic Mysterio has defeated Seth Rollins. He's defeated Mankind. He won last week again, the first round Intercontinental Championship. He is having a heck of a run in this Universe mode. Honestly, no titles on him yet, but he's probably having the best Universe mode of anyone out there. Now, Braun Breaker, he defeated Logan Paul last week, so he also has got some momentum going into this match here. So that's going to be really cool to see if Braun Breaker can defeat Wade Barrett. Speaking of Wade Barrett, he was added. Oh, and here's Sheamus. Sheamus is attacking Wade Barrett from behind. Remember, Sheamus turned heel on the first episode of Monday Night Raw. I guess he has some sort of beef with Wade Barrett, attacking him and hitting him into the steel stairs before the match begins. Maybe it's just by himself. Is he working with Braun Breakers or some ulterior motive behind there? I don't know what he's upset about. Maybe Sheamus was upset that he didn't get added to this tournament and he's taking it out on Wade Barrett, but Braun Breaker is going to capitalize right there at the start of the match. I am still shocked to see that Sheamus is going to go ahead and just insert himself really into this match, and not physically, but to take out Wade Barrett as soon as the bell starts. That's just That's devious behavior from Sheamus. Again, you have to think, is it because he wasn't added in the tournament despite winning his first match in the first episode of Monday Night Raw? Or is it simply because he has something to do with Wade Barrett? Or is he really in cahoots with Braun Breaker? I guess we're going to see later on in the future of this series. My apologies if the camera cut out, but Wade Barrett did end up battling back and defeating Braun Breaker, defeating him with a bullhammer and a wasteland to move on to the finals of the Intercontinental Championship, and it'll be Wade Barrett taking on Dirty Dominic Mysterio at Saturday night's main event. And here we go, Mankind taking on the Game, Triple H. Mankind added on episode 1 in the nuclear spin, adding 3 legends, Mankind, Wade Barrett, as we just saw, take over the win over Braun Breaker despite being attacked by Sheamus beforehand. And it also added Goldberg, who was our first ever World Heavyweight Champion. So really cool that wheel spin added Mankind, and now he has a chance to get back at a wheel spin to Triple H, who has to defeat Mankind. And if he wants to do that, he's got to get on there because Mankind almost left the ring already. Not a great start from Triple H, but the Game digs deep. He did not happen to lose already, so Triple H, he has it lesson. I don't expect him to go over top the cage as he's trying to do right here. He's going to do a little more damage to Mankind. This could end by going the first person over. You can go outside the door or win by pinfall or submission. So there's a lot of ways to win this match. You don't have to be the one to leave. Triple H hit a huge dive from the top rope there. So Triple H can easily just work a normal match. He can hit a pedigree. He can win. He can bury his opponent if he wants to join the Raw roster and presumably go after the World Heavyweight Championship. Although he could have sights set on the Intercontinental Championship or even try to form a tag team. You never know what's going to happen with the wheel. The wheel could determine that maybe these two people become a tag team next week. It's all going to depend on 1, who wins the match, and 2, whatever that wheel decides to spin on. Triple H already looking to escape again. I mean, he is not wanting a pinfall or submission, but he's also not willing to do the damage to Mankind. You have to think maybe that sort of skepticism, that sort of, pulling off of himself, is going to really hurt him in the end. I mean, you're going to have to hurt him. You're going to have to take him out. You're going to have to be able to pin him or keep him down long enough so you can climb over the top or go over and escape from the door. So I'm not sure the strategy that Triple H is going for. Does not seem like a man that's fighting for a job. That's exactly what he's doing. He is fighting for a job on Monday Night Raw. So we know Triple H's motivations, but what about Mankind? What is Mankind fighting for here? Number 1, he has lost his only match so far in the Universe mode, so he does not have any momentum going forward. And 2, he's trying to win championships here. That's exactly the goal of every superstar. Whether it's a tag team or a singles title, you need to build wins to win championships. So not only is he going for momentum, the less people on your roster, the more chances you have at getting that title. If Triple H goes and wins, that's 1 more person he's competing against. So Mankind is trying to compete not only to build momentum for himself, but also to limit the competition and hopefully make it easier for himself to win a championship. As he makes it to the top here, the steel cage, looks like he's going to try to get over as Triple H, as he does with most people, he stops him from getting over, and he's going to hopefully pull him down for his sake. If not, I don't foresee maybe a couple fighting on the top here, but it looks like he's going to pull him down back to his level and maybe have a little fight on the rope here. As Triple H just slams his head right into the cage, throwing him off and going for the pin. Only on 1 count. Shocking, Mankind can take a lot of... Triple H did not agree with that. He's going for another pin. This time, feet on the ropes. Again, not even a 1 count a lot of time. So, cheating aside, you're going to have to do more damage. And I think Triple H knows that. He's just trying to, I guess, maybe even frustrate and throw Mankind off of his game. We know Mankind can take a lot of damage. Huge spinebuster there, vintage Triple H. And ignore that followed by a pedigree. We'll see if he can hit it right here. Hits the gut. Hooks him. And hits the pedigree. That's probably it. Give him a new contract. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my apologies. 2.9 kick out from Mankind. Again, he can take some damage. Triple H frustrated, thrown off his game as he did not put him away with the pedigree. You gotta think, Triple H, just like me, fully prepared to count 3. You can count probably a 5 most nights, and it's going to put away the opponent, but not Mankind. He can take some damage. He can't pin him, so what's Triple H going to do? He's going to try to escape by going to the top rope. It's much easier than having to put an opponent away for a count of 3, as he's already climbing to the top. We need Mankind to recover here. He's in the corner, resting up. Is Triple H going to get over? Remember, both feet has hit the ground. Mankind recovering, going to the top rope. And just like that, Triple H did just enough to escape the steel cage. He is your winner. He has earned a permanent contract on Monday Night Raw. Mankind can only watch as another competitor gets added to the pool and more momentum is lost on his end. He has not had a good run so far in Universe mode, but Triple H, he couldn't put him away. You gotta give credit to Mankind. Could not put him away for a pinfall or a submission, and he had to escape, and he does so, and Triple H is super excited to be a new member on Monday Night Raw. And here we go, Penta's Open Challenge. Who's gonna be against? And it's gonna be Brock Lesnar, the Beast, making his debut on Monday Night Raw. He was already on the roster, but he's yet to make an appearance, and he's answering Penta's Open Challenge. You You have to think, one, what is Brock Lesnar doing working on Monday night? He's not done that in years and years, an actual match. And two, do you think Penta was expecting someone of this caliber? He could have been thinking of Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, maybe even like a tag like Jacob and Sheamus, could have been Xavier Woods, but no, he gets the beast Brock Lesnar, who surely is not going to be here for a long time. Probably put Penta away as fast as possible and work his way up to the World Heavyweight Championship. So if you're Jeff Hardy, watch out. There's a target on your back because Brock Lesnar is back, and of course, he wants the gold. He's not selling for Intercontinental Championship or a Tag Team Championship. However, the wheel could decide that Brock Lesnar gets landed on next week. It could be whoever's in your last match in your tag team partner. This could be a future tag team champion of Brock Lesnar and Penta. Can you imagine a tag team of these two? That would be fun to watch. The more I say it, the more I talk myself into it. I think Brock Lesnar in a random tag team would probably be the most fun on this universe mode. So we'll see what the wheels spin later on in the series, but it could be some really cool outcomes now that Brock Lesnar has made his debut. But that's to say Brock winning is a foregone conclusion, and it is definitely not. When you step in the ring with Penta, you are always at a chance to lose. Penta is a great superstar. We just watched his brother Ray Phoenix become the new WWE champion on SmackDown, defeating Angel. Now Penta could be working his way towards the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. Penta has really held the momentum the entire match. Yes, the initial shock factor gave it to Brock, but Penta has held the momentum, taking out a lot of damage on Brock Lesnar. As I say that, Brock does take control again, but Penta is holding his own. He is no slouch when it comes to the ring. He's using his quick wits, he's using his athleticism to stay out of reach of Brock Lesnar, go in, hit the, oh, big, that honestly, that could be it. But Penta, not done yet. Could be setting up the Penta Destroyer, the Canadian Destroyer here. He looks like he's going for it. If he hits Brock, Brock gets a backflip here. And I knew it wasn't going to happen. Brock not doing a shooting star press anymore. Gets the counter into a big suplex. Here's the thing. If Brock got hit by a Penta suplex, or a Penta Destroyer, that would have been it. That would have easily been the 3 count, but Brock is not going to be taking that move. It's going to take one. I think one F5. It's all it's going to take to put out Penta. But that being said, all it takes is one Penta Driver or Penta Destroyer to take out Brock Lesnar. Or look at submissions. He targets the arm and the ropes to set the Kimura lock. A really smart move from Brock Lesnar. Yes, we know about Brock Lesnar's power, but also this was his experience. He's been here for 20 plus years. Penta does end up getting out of it, but he does have the experience as one of the most experienced members on the Raw roster, and he used it to his advantage right there. What's Penta looking for here? Look, a big super kick into a punch as he countered it, hitting a German suplex. Whatever he was going for there, just not going to work. As actually Brock a little tired, a little slow getting back up, as Penta also a little slow, missed out a forearm there. Brock takes control, just really ragdolling him, throwing him around, showing that he can do whatever he really wants, and going for a pin off for a little hit there. 1, 2, 3. Brock wins after just a punch to the face. I mean, a punch to the face would knock me out too. Did not think he'd beat Penta like that. A little disappointing in Penta for his showing there, but again, you lost to Brock Lesnar. No matter how you lost to a beast of a man there. So Brock is back, Brock is here, and he's ready to make a dominant impact on the wheel and on the universe mode. But Penta, not your best showing. Hopefully if the wheel ends on you again, you bring your better game. And in the main event, can you hear the battle cry as Kenny Omega, a free agent, is making his WWE debut? People have said it's always the #1 person to have never gone to WWE is Kenny Omega, and here he finally is debuting on Monday Night Raw, taking on the current World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy in a non-title match. And remember, unlike Triple H's match earlier, Kenny Omega does not have to win this match to become a member of the roster. He is here permanently, and here's Jeff Hardy having the belt. You have to think, what are the effects of going through a tables match against Goldberg going to have against Jeff Hardy here? Kenny Omega's fresh. He's set to wrestle here. Who knows how long he was off for? Jeff Hardy came in, big tables match against Goldberg. He didn't end up becoming victorious, become the new champion, but still, he went through a lot of damage during it. I hinted at it earlier, but I'm going to officially confirm it as your GM. If Kenny Omega wins here tonight at Saturday night's main event, it'll be a rematch for that World Heavyweight Championship that Jeff Hardy is currently possessing. So not only is Kenny Omega fighting for a World Heavyweight Championship match, the more he beats down Jeff Hardy, the easier his title match at Saturday night's main event is going to be. Now remember, Saturday night's main event is going to be in 2 episodes. We have one more SmackDown, then that pay-per-view. We already have the Intercontinental Championship match between Dominic Mysterio and Wade Barrett. We have a U.S. title match between El Grande Americano, Ricky Saints, and Matt Cardona, and we'll hopefully have another match confirmed on SmackDown. But Kenny Omega and Jeff Hardy going pin for pin, roll-ups and transitions, really showing that Kenny Omega is the best technical wrestler of all time, and Jeff Hardy is no slouch as well. And Jeff Hardy for a springboard ends up missing. Kenny rolls out. Kenny is a student of the game. He's known Jeff Hardy for a long time, wrestled in AEW together, so Kenny is going to know Jeff Hardy's moveset better than almost anyone, using it to his advantage to roll out, especially right when he knew that Jeff Hardy was at a point of no return. He couldn't counter the move. He was in the air. That's when Kenny chose to roll out. Kenny is a smart man, wrestled all over the world, and I really think if he wins here, he's going to go on the Saturday main event, and he's going to be our new World Heavyweight Champion. But it won't be as straightforward as that. There will be some wheel spins, some match-type wheel spins to see what kind of match it's going to be. Yes, Kenny Omega could out-wrestle Jeff Hardy any night, but what if that night it's a wheel spin, it's a match type that Kenny just happens to lose? I think Goldberg beats Jeff Hardy 9 times out of 10. That one time happened to be a tables match, and it happened to be last week on Monday Night Raw. And Kenny launches into a missile dropkick, taking out Jeff Hardy. Now, so far, Jeff Hardy has tried a couple top rope maneuvers, couple springboards, really to no avail. Kenny's dodged out of the way, and Kenny's been the one being more athletic, being the more bouncy of the type, and really taking it to our World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. Just like that, Jeff Hardy goes to the top rope, goes for a move he's hit thousands of times in the past, but Kenny Omega rolls out, especially, again, right when he knows that Jeff Hardy can't see him. When he goes and he flips over in the air, that's when Kenny rolls out, so Jeff Hardy has no time to counter or move or try to aim some way where he was not. Kenny Omega is just that technical in the ring. Now, we talk about how does Kenny Omega wins the match. He goes on to Saturday main event. He has a World Heavyweight Championship title match that's already decided if he wins. What happens if Jeff Hardy wins? Now, for Jeff Hardy, he's won 2 straight matches. It's going to be depending on what the wheel spins. For Kenny Omega, you lose to the champion, you don't get a title shot. You go to the back of the line. You go to the bottom of the power ranking. We're going to see. Maybe he goes to the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe he's from the tag team, but I don't think he'll be going for the World Heavyweight Championship anytime soon. Again, especially if Jeff Hardy is currently champion. If Jeff Hardy loses, sure, maybe Kenny gets another try somewhere down the line. But if he doesn't, then we have to just assume that maybe it wasn't meant to be for Kenny Omega, and he goes, big moonsault there as I'm talking, but he has to go back of the line, and maybe again, I say all this, he loses, I say no title match, the wheel spin says Kenny Omega next week, and he gets a title shot. It all depends on the wheel, and that's why you gotta tune in. You gotta see what the wheel is gonna do. And if you've made it this far, I do wanna say I appreciate you so much. Make sure to leave a like on the video. That's gonna help the channel grow. Kenny Omega is going for the V trigger there, misses it. Jeff Hardy locking in his finish, but he did it right onto the ropes. Couldn't lock it in fully. I think if he did it in the middle of the ring, we might have had a tap out or a pass out from Kenny, but he was in the ropes, and Kenny Omega's gonna kick out of that. That wasn't anything. That's nothing to Kenny Omega. I said before with Penta and Brock Lesnar, but I do believe it's gonna be the first man to hit his finish in this match. It's going to be the one that's gonna be end up victorious. If Kenny Omega hits the one-winged angel, no one's kicking out of that. But if Jeff Hardy hits the swanton bomb, I think that's gonna stun Kenny enough to pin him for the 3 count. Kenny went for another moonsault. This time Jeff Hardy does get his knees up. He went for the rope one too many times, and Jeff Hardy gets caught in a German suplex right there. So they're going back and forth. This has been 50-50. No one's gotten a chance to get momentum either way, and it's really been a really good main event on Monday Night Raw. Looked like Kenny went for a V trigger there. Jeff Hardy ends up going over top of him, lands a big move, takes the shirt off, could be looking for a swanton bomb as he goes to the top rope. Kenny gets up, does not counter. Jeff jumps over top of him, and Kenny's going to go into a roll up. Bridges, 1, 2, only a 2 count, does not put away our World Heavyweight Champion. Jeff's going to the top rope again. He's thinking swanton bomb, and he hits it. Now, can he get the pinfall? That's going to be it. He hit the swanton bomb. Here we go, hooks the leg. 1, 2, oh, 2.5. Kenny Omega kicks out of the swanton bomb. You don't see a lot of men kick out of that, but Kenny Omega is not like a lot of men. Now, Jeff, you're doing a lot of taunting there. One more move, one twist of fate into a swanton bomb. I think you have this one. Kenny ducks out of the way. Grabs the leg. Oh, into a Hurricane Run from Jeff Hardy. I love that move there. Kenny calling for it. Could it be the one-winged angel here? No, the V trigger ends up bloodying Jeff Hardy. That could be it. 1, 2, 2.5. Jeff Hardy, even though he is bloodied from the V trigger, hit him right in the head. Could be concussed. Does end up kicking out. That is an incredible kick out there. An incredible move from Kenny Omega. Now, Kenny to the top rope. Looking for a moonsault. And he does not, as Jeff Hardy gets his knees up. Doesn't matter. Another V trigger from Kenny Omega. This time, knocking him out. This is probably it. Ref gets in position. 1, 2, 3. You could have counted to 100 there. Kenny Omega defeats Jeff Hardy. So it's confirmed at Saturday night's main event in 2 episodes, a world title match between Kenny Omega and Jeff Hardy is going to take place. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like on the video and put in the comment section below any suggestions you have for the wheel. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.